Alright, today I want to take some time to go over email that I received today. I think is a very deep, meaningful email, and I want to share it with the people and not really invade this person's privacy, but I think just the things that he was saying is really thought-provoking, and it inspired me, to just read his message, and I wanted to share the message. So the title of the email is Spirituality and Martial Arts Revelation. He says that he subscribed to my YouTube channel. He says he's 20 years old. He lives in Hawaii, and he started training in Shorin Ryu Karate when he was 4.5, and then he moved to wrestling, judo, and jiu-jitsu. He said today he watched my video on Chinese versus Japanese martial arts, and he would just like to say that he is amazed on my deep understanding of not only fighting, but as you were expressing in your video, the deep understanding of the true nature of martial arts. As a child, I grew up with Zen Buddhism being taught to me through karate, as I attended a very traditional dojo. I continued doing that for years, then stopped before earning my black belt. I then switched to other arts like wrestling, judo, and Brazilian jiu-jitsu. While training these other styles, I felt like something was missing, a key ingredient. After watching your video today, I realized what it was. What that key ingredient is the spiritual aspect of martial arts. I felt empty sometimes while training. I now realize that it is ingrained in my soul since I was a child that martial arts is more than being able to defend yourself, or how hard you can kick or punch, or how good you can execute a technique. It's about knowing you can do all this and choosing not to, and to spread peace and love into the world instead of meeting fire with fire. Thank you for helping me today and helping me come to my personal greatest martial arts discoveries. People do martial arts for different reasons. I do it because I love the connection between mind, body, and spirit. You helped me today to realize I may want to take a step back from my main sport, judo, and go back to something more traditional, which focuses on becoming a better human being. Thank you, and I will be one of your YouTube followers, eagerly tuning in to learn more from you. I've been contemplating for years whether I should stop judo or jiu-jitsu because it teaches me how to be efficient in what I do, but something my soul cannot allow me to be in an environment where we simply learn about the body and not about the mind. I understand this may not be the case in all situations, but I find that in America this is a recurring theme where effectiveness is taught but discipline is not. Hope you read this message as you have helped me realize what I truly need and want from my martial arts life. So that to me is a very deep message, and it made me feel something inside, and there's a lot of things that I get out of that message. I think just the realization that you might not think that you're making a difference by the little things that you do, but you don't know. You know, you actually can make a difference, and even though I might not be a Bruce Lee, a Jet Li, or a Jackie Chan, or somebody that's really famous, the little things that you do make a difference. So every little video that I put out there makes a difference. Every little thing I say can make a difference. Everything that I do can make a difference. And I've done a lot of things, I said a lot of things in the past that I don't necessarily regret, but looking back at it all, I was not conscious in everything that I said and everything that I did. So one of my biggest objectives at this moment is to be conscious every time that I say something, every time that I do something, every time that I make a video, especially a video, because a video is something that could play over and over and over again, and the amount of influence a video could have in the public is immense. I mean, here you got somebody who saw a video that I created all the way from Hawaii, and there's people from New York, New Jersey, from India, from Iraq, from other countries that are watching videos, that I create. And social media, YouTube, Facebook, these types of outlets give us a lot of power to influence. it's like without putting much effort, we all have a power to influence people. And the more that we put out there ourselves out there in the public, the more influence that we could have on others. So it's important that everything that we create, there's consciousness that comes through it. You know, and sometimes it does bring me a concern when people encounter videos of which I am not being conscious. And I hope that these individuals that may see negativities from these videos can look at the overall picture and see the consciousness that might be present in other videos. You know, the decisions that we make really make a difference. So this person, if he decides to not practice combat sport and get more into spirituality in the martial arts and become more compassionate, more loving, more peaceful, essentially, say he does have children or he ends up having children, it could influence his children into a certain path. You know, a lot of boxers, professional boxers that have children, their children end up getting involved in the sport as well. And it is a violent sport, very violent sport. Professional football players, chances are the children will get involved in football. Professional basketball players, chances are the children will get involved in basketball. You know, the decisions that you make as an individual can influence the people close to you, and even the people that aren't even close to you, people that live thousands of miles away, that can be influenced by your decisions, what you do, what you say. And that's one of the biggest things that I got out of this email, is I'm thankful that I could assist and help somebody better themselves in a positive way. You know, that's so important for me. I just know that when I see combat sport, it doesn't make me feel good inside. Even though I love martial arts, even though I love the science of combat and discovering the ways of protecting yourself and defending yourself and striking and hitting and choking and joint locks and all these techniques, even though I enjoy that, I do not enjoy seeing other people suffering and in pain and destroying each other. You know, just a couple days ago, somebody got shot and killed right here by my school. A 20-year-old. You know, I heard the shots myself early in the morning. 8 in the morning, about 15 shots went off. And then later on, they found the dead body, just literally a couple blocks from my school. And somebody's dead. I don't enjoy hearing those gunshots. I don't enjoy knowing that somebody just died. Doesn't make me feel good inside. When I watch combat sport, I get the same type of feeling. It doesn't make me feel good to see people so violent towards one another in a cage. No self-control. Brutalizing each other. And my objective is just to voice, you know, what I feel inside that doesn't feel right. It's not that I want to put other people down. I just want to show and share how I feel inside about what's going on out there. And yes, martial arts is not just about the fighting. It's so much more than that. You know, meditation, discipline, love, compassion, respect, loyalty, spirit, learning, growing, creating, just bettering yourself as a human being. And I just feel that in a lot of the schools and a lot of the styles and a lot of what's being presented out there in mass media is not properly educating the public upon what real martial arts is, or what true martial arts is. And part of my objective is to share what I feel to be the true martial arts, to be the real martial arts. And if you study Bruce Lee's teachings, you read his books, you pay attention to his interviews, you pay attention to his movies, he's also sharing to the world what he feels to be the real martial arts. Based on all this information that you absorb from what's around you, based on what you feel inside, it's up to you to express to the world, to those close to you, to your family, to your friends, what you feel is the real martial arts. You know, I had a discussion with one of my students the other night, and she was telling me, you know, you really need to write down your thoughts, your ideas, and share it to the world, share it to the people what real martial arts is, and your plan, your goals into sharing your art to the world, and what would be necessary to make that happen. You know, I do have a vision. And whether or not that vision will play out, I don't know. But what I do know is that at this moment, there is hope. There is opportunity. There is the power to change. And one simple video can inspire that change. One simple expression. You know, it was devastating to lose the opportunity to express myself on YouTube based on what happened in the past. But I feel this is my second chance. This is my resurrection to do it the right way. Because before, I was contributing towards the problems, towards the corruption. Now is my opportunity to do it the right way. And as I stated, the little decisions that we make, the little things that we say, can have a powerful influence in this world. And what Osho would say, he'd talk about a candle. One candle that's lit can light hundreds and thousands of other candles. So if you become enlightened yourself, you become conscious yourself, you become meditative yourself, you have the power to enlighten thousands, if not millions, of people in this world through your consciousness. And when you have great spiritual teachers like a Buddha, Lao Tzu, Jesus, an Osho. These are individuals that have provided light for thousands, for millions. And we have the potential to do the same. So although there are many people expressing the martial arts in very corrupted ways, we ourselves do not have to partake in this corruption. We ourselves can live the true way of the martial arts. And we can keep that spirit alive. Part of my whole life's work is to keep that martial spirit alive. And I'll keep working hard to represent it the way that I feel that it should be represented until I pass away. And to my students, to my children, to those close to me, to those who have been inspired by me, hopefully they can carry on with the message. That's what I feel Bruce Lee did for me. He passed something on very special from the martial arts to me. And now I feel that it's my responsibility to carry on with where he left off. I'm not Bruce Lee, but I am my own human being. I am my own self. I have my own ways. And there's a certain beauty to what I do that's different than what he did. But there's a part of his spirit that has become a part of me. And that's the beauty of this type of positive energy that you could get from somebody who's not even physically living. That's the power of art, the power of influence. Everything you write, every song you make, everything you say, everything that has been recorded, just the way you live can inspire and influence people. You know, back in the day of Buddha, Jesus, Socrates, they don't necessarily write down the things that they say or make videos. They just teach. And the people that they taught to would remember what was being taught, and they would write it down. They would make videos. They would give credit to the masters. But what it boils down to is that way of life, the way that we express ourselves, how important that is. And that's what got me to think about reading this person's message. I'm thankful that the video provided assistance, guidance towards something positive, towards something compassionate, towards something of love. I would be very disappointed in myself if there was a video that guided someone towards the opposite, towards anger and violence and destruction, murder. So this makes it even more important for me to be more conscious, more aware in everything that I do, everything that I say. I'm not a perfect person, but that doesn't give me an excuse to not try to be better than what I am. I might be able to lift a certain amount of weight, do a certain amount of pull-ups, do certain techniques, but I might practice that every day and try to better myself every day. But am I trying to better myself as a person every day? Am I trying to be more conscious, be more meditative? Am I taking responsibility in being a better teacher and how I express myself? Those are things that I know I could always improve on. So I'm thankful. Thankful for the person who took the time to write that message. I'm thankful for all the supporters out there. And I'm thankful for the people that appreciate what I have to share. Thank you.